Okay, so you go back again. So production of gases that they usually will ask you about is, the first one is production of hydrogen gas. So there are several ways to produce hydrogen gas, but one of them is through cracking. You haven't learned what is cracking, so I'll explain to you in short first. Through cracking of hydrocarbons. Right? So cracking of hydrocarbons, hydro means hydrogen, carbons is carbon. So when I say hydrocarbons, this means it's a compound made up of carbon and hydrogen only. So crack means you make it become shorter. So let's say I have C6H12, I make it become C6H10. So that is what we call as cracking. So cracking means you make it become shorter. Okay, so that's one way to get a hydrogen gas. Second way, you can do electrolysis of, let's say, aqueous and ACl, dilute salt. So if you use aqueous and ACl means you have H positive and you have Na positive, right? So some of you haven't learned this, just try to like follow whatever you can follow version. So if you have H positive and Na positive, the one that's more preferred is H positive. So the H positive later will be taken and it will change to hydrogen gas. Right? So there are two processes to obtain a hydrogen gas. And then he also can ask you for other types of gases, like nitrogen, argon, oxygen. So if you want to produce other type of gases, you should compress the air. So if you compress the air will turn into liquid. Right? Then next, you can do fractional distillation of liquefied air. So usually in short, right, I suggest the students you can write as like compression followed by fractional distillation of the liquefied air. Same thing actually, it's not shorter. So usually it's 2 marks. So you have any questions until production of gases?
Sir, what is liquidified air? Is it like the air that goes through condensation?
And you compress it at high pressure means you liquidify it, right? Because the gas are getting closer.
Oh, okay.
So next is about air pollutants. Right? What we call as pollutants is like chemicals that can harm living things. Right? So the question is CO2 a pollutants? No. So CO2 doesn't harm living things, so CO2 is not a pollutant. But then CO2 is called as a greenhouse gases, right? So CO2 causes global warming, but CO2 doesn't harm living things, right? I mean, it's not poisonous, right? So we cannot say CO2 as pollutants. So you have to say CO2 as a greenhouse gases because it traps the heat. So okay until here? Then the next one is we go with pollutants. Right? So example of pollutants. Right? The first one is CO. CO is what? Carbon monoxide, right? So where is the source? Incomplete combustion. So if you try to burn something with a poor ventilation, it will produce a harmful gas. That's why if you use a generator while having a sleep, while you are sleeping, then you might sleep forever. Because if the ventilation is poor, means you will breathe in carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide will prevent red blood cell
Getting oxygen.
to carry oxygen or to burn up with oxygen. That's how it can kill the living things.
Mm.
So you can say the CO combines with the hemoglobin to produce carboxy hemoglobin. Any questions until here? You read that news? One of the Korean actors died by using this method.
Mm.
But this one doesn't hurt. It's not. Wait, I'm not suggesting you to do suicide.
It
But I
doesn't
mean,
hurt, sir.
yeah, it doesn't hurt because you just breathe in the toxic gas. So
No,
usually,
I mean like, but you cannot breathe. Wouldn't that hurt?
no. If Earth can pasti, the one that sleep can be awake. Right?
Oh, wait, did the person want to die?
What?
Did the person want to die?
Wait. So methane. I don't agree if methane is being put as pollutant. Right?
Did the Korean guy want to die?
The
Yes,
Korean-
he
the
did,
Korean
Kevin.
guy
Stop
died.
disrespecting the idol.
I don't even know who it is.
Respect the dead, okay?
Nah.
Wait.
Okay, so methane, I don't see it as pollutants. Methane is CH4. So CH4, this one comes from decomposition of that living things. So actually, it only causes global warming.
So it's a greenhouse gases.
So I don't put methane as pollutants actually. Actually,
Right.
methane is the same group with CO2.
Oh.
So, but if we inhale it, we die, right?
Sorry?
Will we die if we inhale it?
No, you won't die.
If
No.
we inhale a lot of it?
No. It's because it doesn't harm our body. Your body cannot use it. So you'll be breathed out again.
No.
Sir, so do we write it under pollutant?
No, don't need.
So right under greenhouse gases.
Okay. Next one, yeah, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide are pollutants. So it comes from volcanic activity. And usually it comes from combustion of fossil fuels. Factory. Usually the scale is quite big. It can produce SO2. So why is it a pollutants?
Okay.
You listen to the baby voice?
Yeah. Clearly,
Yeah.
sir.
It's here. You know this contact process, right? So your SO3, right? So I did tell you that SO3 added with H2O is a vigorous reactions, right?
Yes.
Because you do it in a factory scale. But then if in the environment, if you burn the fossil fuels, you might produce SO2. But then the SO2, not as much as the intention if you produce it at a factory. So if you burn fossil fuels, you produce somehow a little bit amount of SO2, right? But then the SO2 still can cause acid rain. So the SO2 will be oxidized by oxygen in the air to produce SO3. And then the SO3 will immediately react with the water vapor in the air to produce an acid rain. You understand till here?
It's raining sulfuric acid.
Yeah, it becomes sulfur acid, so it will produce an acid rain. Okay? So I just want to clarify one thing here. So later I write the reactions.
So is SO2 harmful for the environment, sir?
Yeah, because it produces acid rain, right? Until it becomes
Oh,
SO3.
okay.
if you're doing an IGCSE exam, right, you have to answer completely. So you have to say combustion of fossil fuels, right, contaminated with sulfur.
What if we inhale SO2?
You die.
If you inhale something that is not reactive to your body, it doesn't harm anything. So if your fossil fuel is contaminated with sulfur, if you burn it, right, it will produce SO2. If no questions, you can write down first.